Door Communications Channel 5 presents District 29 Wrestling from Gloucester County College. The top wrestlers in all of District 29 performing in the finals tonight. Hi everybody, I'm Bob Shryock. My partner tonight, Nick Burzichelli, and Nick, the elite from District 29, battling in the finals tonight, and we're going to have some very interesting matches shaping up. Not surprisingly, Paulsboro High School, defending champion the last 12 years, in excellent shape to make it number 13 tonight. They need only a victory or two in the early weight categories to put away Gloucester. Paulsboro sending 8 into the finals tonight. Gloucester High School, the arch rival of Paulsboro, sending 6, but it would take a miracle for Gloucester to overcome Paulsboro's lead through the early rounds in this one. And Nick, some very interesting developments in the early rounds of the tournament. For example, 7 number 2 seeds in this tournament have already been defeated. 1 number 1 seed, Bobby Brown from Paulsboro, won't even make it to Vineland. And what about that 135-pound weight class?
Well, I think at 135, Bob, Glassboro's coach outside made a strategic move in the beginning that might have backfired. He seeded his wrestler to go in the opposite brackets against Bobby Brown, so he wouldn't have to meet him. But it backfired because Barnes from Woodbury came up with a big upset. So that's what happened at 135. And thus, Bobby Brown had to wrestle Ferrer and lost in the semifinals.
And Chucky Zeislop of Gateway, who's had a tremendous season, only 1 loss, knocking off top-seeded Bobby Brown. That'll be Zeislop against Barnes, and Nick, the only loss suffered by Zeislop this season has been to Barnes, so that'll be a very interesting match at 135 pounds in the final. 141-pound weight class, Jason Suter, one of the premier wrestlers in South Jersey, although only a sophomore. He's going to have his hands cut out for him tonight, Nick, against Louis Tirado of Kingsway.
Well, Louis has a little experience in the district finals. He placed second last year against Paulsboro's John Sakala, but I don't know if it'll be enough experience to overcome the tough sophomore.
We have 3 Gloucester Paulsboro pairings in the finals tonight. Not surprising that we have a couple of those, and of course one of them is a real good one at 170. Gordon Lockbaum and Brian Trader. Trader's been on a tear. Can he beat Lockbaum?
I don't know if he'll be able to beat him. He seems like he's an emotional wrestler. When emotion's high, it seems like he really rises to the occasion. So if it's a tight match, I wouldn't be surprised if Trader might pull it out, but Lockbaum's tough.
We've already had some very interesting consolations here tonight. We'll be giving you the results of those as we go along tonight. For the first time in the history of district wrestling, the third placers, the consolation winners, will move on to Vineland for regional competition next weekend. So 1, 2, and 3 all go on from this tournament. We'll be back with the introductions right after this. Bob Shryock and Nick Burzichelli back at Gloucester County College, just about ready for the start of the District 29 finals. And we're going to have the introduction of the wrestlers pretty soon. And I believe just had a change and decided to do the national anthem first, Nick. We thought they were going to do the anthem after the introduction, so we'll have the national anthem, then we'll see the combatants in the finals the District 29 tournament. And what a tournament it should be. A lot of great wrestlers from all over the area. Paulsboro with 8 in the finals, Gloucester with 6, Gateway with 3. They've an outstanding team, Deptford with 2. And now we're going to have the national anthem right now. excellent crowd on hand as always at Gloucester County College for the District 29 finals. At 101. Bobby Moore from Clearview. Excellent tournament. And he'll be opposing from Pittman High School, Wayne Murchell, son of the Pittman coach. A couple of outstanding freshmen, both of them from the Paulsboro Midget program. From Deptford, John Kenny in the 108-pound weight category. Got 9 losses, but he's wrestled an excellent tournament to get here. And another great freshman from Paulsboro, Kevin Nastasi. He's had a fine tournament. And one of those Paulsboro-Glassboro pairings coming up at 115 pounds. Ryan Sambuca being introduced from Glassboro High School. And Sambuca is going to be opposed by Paulsboro's Channing Good. Channing with kind of an in-and-out season, but he's had a couple of impressive wins here in the District 29 tournament. Channing Good against Ryan Sambuca. Another Glassboro performer at 122 pounds, Joe Reineck. Reineck has had an outstanding season, 19 victories in 22 matches. And Alan Buckley, one of only 2 defending champions in the tournament this year. Buckley, a junior from Paulsboro, has had 2 big victories at 122. Buckley winning 101 pounds last year, all the way up to 122. Buckley against Reineck in another Glassboro-Paulsboro matchup. Here's a tough competitor from Gateway, George Zuzalak. Haven't heard a great deal about him, but he's had a magnificent season, 17-3. And there's Sam Thorpe, putting the finishing touches on a magnificent career at Paulsboro High School. 23-2-1, including 2 big victories here. And he's been a runner-up 3 different times. Boy, he'd love to win one tonight, Nick.
I'd say that.
And at 135, another of the Z combination at Gateway Regional. This Chucky Zeislov in a loaded weight class at 135. Zeislov, brilliant all season long. Chucky, 20-1. And his opponent will be Mike Barnes of Woodbury. Kind of unheralded, but a great season, 15-5-1. And Barnes has handed Zeislov his only setback. Boy, this should be a great one right here. Barnes and Zeislov. 141 pounds from Kingsway, Louis Torado. Louis with a 19-2 senior season. He was a runner-up at 135 last year. And Torado has a real buzzsaw in Jason Suter. Jason Suter, that's Alan Buckley we're looking at now. Jason Suter, 25-0. No, that's Sam Thorpe. There's Jason Suter, 25-0. And here's George Zane of Gloucester. Tremendous season, 22-1. He's got a pin in a 17-0 decision here, and he's going to be going after John Frederick. John Frederick, son of the Paulsboro coach Bob Frederick. 19-2 at Gateway. Fine young man having a great junior season. That's Lockbaum. Bullock is up next for Glassboro. Here comes Tom Bullock. Tom Bullock, 2 pins in this tournament. And he'll be going after Mike Willingham of Deptford. Mike with a pin and a 15-3 decision. He's got a record of 14-4. Mike Willingham against Tom Bullock. And one of those dream pairings at 170. There he is, Gordon Lockbaum. rounding out his great athletic career at Gloucester, and this is senior season. Gordon, defending champion at this weight class, and he's had 2 lightning fast pins in the first period. And there's Brian Trader, Mr. Excitement in the tournament. Boy, did he give us some thrills at Roselle Park last week, Nick.
Well, like I said, he's an emotional wrestler. The crowd is pretty up for this one, so we might see some big emotion in that match.
188. Joe Delia, 16-3-1. Outstanding season for Joe. But he has the unhappy prospect of facing undefeated Mike Lombardo of Paulsboro. Mike wrestling with great confidence. Is 23-0 and has 2 pins here in the District 29 tournament. Paulsboro fans love Mike Lombardo. And a Woodbury Paulsboro pairing in the heavyweight division. Wes Burrell, outstanding 3-sport athlete at Woodbury High. Got here with an overtime victory in the finals. 18-2-1 senior year, and his opponent, Paul Schultz, 22-1. Not heavy for a heavyweight, but what a tremendous job he's done at that weight category. So Schultz against Burrell in the heavyweight finals. You can hear the fans getting into it. Pretty much a packed house here at Gloucester County College. Nick, I'm excited about this. It's going to be a great finals.
Well, Bob, I think it's going to be a good one. Everyone, like you said, there's been a lot of upsets. And tournament time is when wrestlers really start to peak. The records change. They're 0-0, and this is the time for the big wins.
Wayne Marshall, only a freshman. His father, of course, doing a fantastic job of coaching at Pittman High School, was with the Paulsboro program for many years, was the architect of most of those JV wins, and it's Marshall against Moore, 2 products of the Paulsboro midget program.
I think they're pretty good friends too, Bob. When they shook hands, they had a nice little gesture.
101-pound final.
But I'm sure it's going to be all business out there for at least 6 minutes.
Marshall with a 129 pin and a 9-2 decision to get here. Moore with decisions of 12-0 and 7-1. We've seen Bobby Moore perform on Channel 5 this winter. He is an outstanding 9th grader. And again, we see all these freshmen here competing tonight, Nick. We've talked all winter long about how many outstanding freshmen there are wrestling in the county this year, and evidence here in the finals.
It's exposure from the midget program, Bob. More exposure they get, the more confidence they are in the wrestling room, and they overcome the barrier of being such young wrestlers against these experienced seniors.
Of course, both of these young men will be in the region tournament next week, as will the 3rd place winners. Earlier tonight, Mark Connick of Paulsboro winning 3rd place, defeating Stan Atkinson of Kingsway 5-3. So Connick, a freshman, wins the consolation award and will go to Vineland Wednesday night for the first round of the regionals. 1 minute to go, first period. No score between Marshall and Moore. Roy Fenimore, the referee for this one, working along with Bob Streckler. 2 officials working each match. Still no scoring, Marshall and Moore. Marshall top seeded and Moore second seeded, but this is one of the few weight classes where the seeded wrestlers have made it to the finals in both cases. I don't think I recall, Nick, a finals in which so many high-seeded wrestlers were victimized in the early rounds.
I don't think I can remember any either, Bob. This first period is like a strategical, methodical kind of feeling out process.
You have a feeling these 2 young men have gone at each other before in that midget program quite often.
And I'm sure they probably met in summer tournaments also.
20 seconds to go. Working in for the single is Marshall. Moore does a nice job of getting out of bounds, and with 13 seconds to go in the first period, we're still scoreless. Vince Testa, outstanding first-year head coach at Clearview, fine young man doing a good job with that program. 3 seconds to go in the period, and they'll end it in a scoreless tie. As you can see, very evenly matched, Marshall and Moore. And there is Coach Marshall, Wayne Marshall, Boy, a lot of those JV wins at Paulsboro are attributed to him, Nick.
I wrestled under Wayne my freshman year. Really super person.
Guess he's quite proud of his young man tonight.
Well, he should be. He's taking the program a long way also.
Michelle has the bottom to start period number 2. Moore breaking him down.
Seems like a very cautious match at the time right now, because probably because of the inexperience, you know, not wrestling in the district final. It was like a dream when they were little, making it to the district finals. Now that they're there, they're really cautious. They don't want to make any mistakes that's going to cost them the match.
Still no scoring with Moore in the top position. Michelle working hard to try to get free, trying to sit out, can't. The skills these young men have, we're going to be hearing a lot more from Wayne Michelle and from Bobby Moore through the next couple of years. 1:30 to wrestle, second period, still 0-0. And Fenimore calls them out of bounds. Clearview with more team points coming into the finals, 36 to Pittman's 24. Clearview doing a pretty nice job.
Moore's doing a fine job here riding Wayne Michelle. Wayne's really active on the bottom, but Bobby Moore is just countering really nice.
Good job again by Bobby Moore. He impressed us on the duel match that we televised with Williamstown a few weeks ago, and he's looking sharp here. Warning on top.
That's a surprising call. Very surprising. I know that Bobby Moore wasn't trying for the pin, but he's having a hard enough time just trying to ride him and keep control of Wayne Michelle.
So Bobby Moore has to be careful here. 1:05 to go, second period. It's still 0-0. And again, Moore doing a good job of keeping Michelle on his stomach.
Yeah, that was a super breakdown from the standing position. Now Moore's trying to work for that pin. He's working for that ball and chain. And it's satisfying Fenimore here, at least trying for the pin. But Michelle's just really tough on the bottom.
42 seconds to go, second period, still scoreless. First match of the night in the finals, Michelle and Moore. Paulsboro High School hosting the tournament at Gloucester County College. Dr. Richard Strauss, superintendent. Frank Palatucci, principal. Pete Lamani, of course, serving as tournament manager again. These two young men putting on quite a show, aren't they?
Yeah, they're really doing a great job out there. Wayne Michelle trying on that quick stand-up, turn in, possibly trying for a little throw there, but he went too fast. He spun himself out of it.
30 seconds to go, second period, still 0-0. Look at the ball and chain again.
Sure. It's a really safe super move. You can keep the wrestler in control, but also you're working for the pin.
15 seconds left. Moore right now would be very content to get through the period, but he won't do it.
There was that quick stand-up, turn in. Beautiful move.
Michelle 1-0.
Worked that well.
And he did it with just about 10 seconds to go in the period. That could be a very big point.
Did that picture perfect. Stood up, head up, wrist control, broke loose, and was out for the neutral position.
So Michelle takes a 1-0 lead into the final 2 minutes with a lightning fast escape. Just about 10 seconds to go in the second period. Now Moore in the scoring position to start the third.
That was just a super move, and it came at a perfect time, right at the end of the period.
Now Michelle would just like to ride for 2 minutes. And Moore, remember, has one stall warning. .140 to wrestle. 1-0 lead for the young man on top, Wayne Michelle. Wayne looking for his 20th win of a freshman season, but now Moore escapes and we're tied at 1. And remember, at this point in the season, we do have an overtime situation.
That was almost the same move Michelle used on Moore. Now Moore used it on Michelle, except that it was down closer to the mat.
1:19 to wrestle, a 1-1 tie, an escape by Michelle and an escape by Moore. We'll start from the neutral.
It appears that Michelle wasn't really disturbed about letting him up. he might actually feel a little more confident on his feet now that the match has progressed a little more. He might be actually trying to take him down, which I'm sure he is.
So a takedown by either wrestler here could prove rather significant as we go under a minute, 59 seconds to go, 1-1 tie. Of course, in overtime, 3 one-minute periods. One of these matches decided on the criteria. Now a warning to Marshall, so the warning for stalls are even at 1, and both wrestlers have to keep that in mind. 50 seconds to go.
There's a nice throw. Really nice throw. It was all hip movement. It was all done with leverage and hip movement. Little lateral drop, really nice.
Great job by Marshall. He leads at 3-1, and his father flew halfway across the gym floor on that takedown.
Amazing. Where's he at? He's on the other side. He went over. That was really super. Really
25 seconds to go. Marshall trying to ride out Moore and win it at 101, and now Moore has to get a reversal to hope to force this into overtime with only 22 seconds to go. Great match at 101 pounds.
Well, we have to remember, Marshall also has a stalling warning against him. So if he happens to get another stall without going for the pin, and then Moore gets a 1-point neutral, then we go into overtime. That was just a really nice takedown by Marshall. He set him up really nice, got him off balance, and eventually getting the takedown.
Bobby Moore desperately trying to get out, running out of time. 8 seconds to go. 5 seconds. Marshall that close to a district championship in his freshman year. Only 3 seconds left.
This is a very exciting match. 2 freshmen out there doing a really super job. Seconds away. I'm really impressed. Really impressed with both wrestlers.
Marshall merely has to hang on for 3 more seconds.
That's a really smart move, and right at time to eat up the clock, and it's over.
He does that. Wayne Marshall, Pittman High School freshman, obviously a happy young man. He defeats his friend Bobby Moore in a great match, 3-1. And Wayne Marshall, you can see a tear coming to his eye, I believe there, Nick.
I'm a little emotionally upset also. I'll tell you what, I felt like I was out there. I seen Wayne wrestle in the midget programs. I know his father really well.
Oh, what a great shot.
Really,
got a
really
great shot of the young man, and he's oh boy.
Really happy for him. Look at that. Calls the people.
Father carried his son right off the mat.
Mr. Fredericks hugging him. That's Mrs. Fredericks hugging. What I tell you, he deserved it. Bobby Moore also had a great match also. He was only 2 points away from being a district champ.
Kevin Nastasi, 20 wins in his freshman season. There's Kevin. We've seen a lot of him the last couple of weeks. And John Kenny, that's K-E-N-N-E-Y of Deptford High, came in this tournament with 9 losses, and here he is in the finals. What a job he's done. Tony Gansey of Woodbury High winning the Consi here at 108 pounds with an 11-5 victory over Chris DiBartolo of Kingsway. And Nastasi, the first Paulsboro wrestler in the finals tonight. Kevin has won every important match that he's had to win the last couple of weeks.
One thing about any tournament, Bob, is that once you're in a tournament, the records are the same. It's 0-0. It doesn't matter if you're 19-0. If you lose one round, you're eliminated from the tournament. So everyone is basically on the same scale, basically even in this tournament.
Nastasi with a first period pin in his first match, an 8-0 victory over DiBartolo in the semifinals. Kenny, the 7-2 victory in his first match, and then an overtime pin of Gansey in the semis. Nastasi takes control with the takedown, leaves it 2-0.
Nastasi worked himself well on that one. He got in on a single, was a little high. Then he posted keenly up in the air, ducked through, and eventually got the 2.
Jeff Paley's Deptford High School coach. Jeff, of course, one of the wrestling Paleys from Washington Township High School, looking on as his young wrestler. John Kenny performs in the 108-pound final.
Kevin, another outstanding freshman. He looks like he has the experience, but also I'm sure he's a little apprehensive being out there because this is one of his goals during the season.
You wrestled in this tournament, Nick. Does the fact that wrestling in the finals and knowing that even if you lose, you still go to the regionals, does that to any degree take the pressure off?
I think it takes not much of the pressure, but at least you know that you're going to be advancing. But you don't want to lose. You never want to lose. But psychologically, it's definitely is a lift.
Of course, the consolation winner going to the regionals certainly put a different light on the third place matches tonight, didn't it?
It gave them more intensity. In the past few years, when you're in the semifinals and you lose and you got the rest of the consolations, you really don't have anything into it. You really don't want to wrestle. You're hurt, you're upset. And now that there's another goal, you're able to advance also. I think it just gives it a lift.
Stall warning call on Kenny on the bottom with 15 seconds to go. And there's the Paulsboro coaching brain trust. Paul Marino on the left, head coach Bob Frederick, of course. Frederick about to wrap up another district title tonight. 13 in a row to match the 13 straight Colonial Conference titles, and an absolutely incredible record among a long streak of them for Paulsboro High. So good first period for Nastasi. He leads it 2-0.
Kevin really looked tough in the first period there. He's riding well. Keeney just not really in trouble yet. It's only 2-0.
Haley's doing a good job with the Deptford program. They've had a little numbers problem there, but not a bad season for the Spartans.
Stadzy working for that ball and chain.
He really does a good job on top, doesn't he? We've seen him 3 or 4 times the last couple of weeks, and wrestles very confidently on top.
Really tough. He has that leverage, and it's a big benefit being really long.
1:35 to go second period. Nastasi with the only 2 points of the match, and he is in the top position here in the second. 8 Paulsboro wrestlers in the finals, 6 Gloucester wrestlers. Paulsboro and Gloucester, 2 of the top teams in South Jersey. Nice drop by Nastasi.
That was a really nice counter. Keeney went out in front, was really in a nice position for a throw, but he stayed, he stopped, he hesitated. That gave Nastasi a chance to come out in front and then breaking down.
1:10 to go second period. The crowd quieted by Nastasi's dominance in this match so far.
I thought Keeney was in a really nice position for that hip throw. But what happened was, like I said, he hesitated. If he went straight through with it and dropped his hips and threw him, that would have been big points.
Kevin Nastasi trying to match Wayne Marshall of Pittman, and a freshman with a district championship. There's another warning. The second against Kenny costs him dearly. That's a point for Nastasi. Changes the complexion of the match, makes it 3-0.
He's really having a tough time just trying to keep to his base against Nastasi. I'm sure he's doing all he can. But Nastasi's really tough on the ride. Using that ball and chain again.
And he's had opportunity to do very little in this match so far, as Nastasi's been thoroughly dominant. 20 seconds to go second, 3-0 Nastasi. 2 low-scoring finals at 101 and 108 pounds.
Nastasi really looks tough. Really looks tough going into this third period.
And that'll do it for the second. So Kevin Nastasi has had pretty easy going so far against Kenny, although Kenny certainly in terms of the score still very much in this match, down only 3-0 heading into the final 2 minute. Bob Frederick checking to see whether he's got his ticket with him, and he's inside coat pocket.
Nastasi was really quick on that. He sit out, turn in into a double leg. Trying for that reversal.
He got it.
Has it now.
5-0 for Nastasi. Nastasi making it look easy, so Kenny in a familiar position for him in this match.
Now maybe Nastasi might start to turn it on here. Now he has a little comfortable lead. He knows what Keeney's like. Might be able to turn it on, maybe put him on his back.
1:20 left in the 108-pound championship match, and Kevin Nastasi of Paulsboro has a lead of 5-0. Bill Strickland, the referee for this one. Roy Fenimore helping out.
Oh, really?
Kenny getting his first 2 points on a reversal, so he's back in the match, trying to apply the cradle.
It's really tough. He knows what he has to do. Kenny knows what he has to do. He has to put him on his back, and he's going right for the pin. Has a far side cradle. A little high, might have lost it. Nastasi's right out.
That's 6-2. Big maneuver by Kevin when it looked like he could be in trouble. So Kenny has to have a very quick takedown here. He's not going to get it, though.
Really nice ankle pick.
And that could pretty much do it as Nastasi's lead builds to 8-2.
Really nice. Set him up, got him extended, saw the ankle, picked it right out from under him.
25 seconds to go. 108-pound title match, and Nastasi with a comfortable lead of 8-2.
This has been a really controlled, dominated match by Nastasi.
Made one mistake, but recovered from that nicely. Don't think this is going to be Kevin Nastasi's last district championship.
I don't think so either.
Ten seconds to go. Nastasi simply trying to keep in control. Lets Kenny go to make it 8-3, but Kenny needs a miracle that he's not going to get, and that'll do it. Kevin Nastasi with an 8-3 victory. Paulsboro with its first championship in the finals. We'll be back. Nick Burzichelli and Bob Shryock from Gloucester County College. We go to 115 pounds. Brian Sambuca from Gloucester, 19-3. Channing Good, not seeded, with a 7-4-1 record. Does Good have a chance in this one, Nick?
I think he has a really good chance. He's had a great tournament, and the momentum is probably going to carry him into the finals. I think he has a really good chance.
Sambuca's had a fine career from Gloucester. He gets the single leg on Channing, trying to convert it.
Really,
oh,
really.
Boy.
That would have been a really good move on Sambuca's part. Channing did a fine job of just turning in and getting away from it.
So Good avoids the takedown. Third place in this one to Clearview's Doug Lesh. Did a nice job getting third, beating a fine freshman from Woodbury, Adam Parator, for third place in the consolation. Sambuca getting here with a couple of close ones, 15-11 and 10-9 in his two matches.
That's tough.
And Channing Good with a 9-3 victory over Eberwine of Kingsway, a 10-3 win over Parator. And that 10-3 score of Parator is surprising to some people. Sambuca did not wrestle all week, so he might be a little bit out of shape here tonight.
I'm sure
he's had two tough matches too.
I'm sure that's going to take something out of him. But at least, no matter what happens, win or lose, at least he's going to be able to advance and get healthy for the next tournament.
Andrew Kenny of Bedford giving Sambuca all he could handle in the quarters before losing 15-11. Then Sambuca defeating Lesh in a 10-9 Donnybrook in the semis. Single leg by Sambuca. That's Al Sai's voice in the background, yelling instructions to Sambuca.
Going to be potentially dangerous.
Fenimore calling the potentially dangerous. Looks like we might have a very interesting match shaping up at 115.
This is going to be a good one.
Channing Good hasn't wrestled all that much this season. Only 12 matches coming into the finals here, but he's certainly capable. And look at that, Channing Good taking down Sambuca.
Single leg, the double, to the 2-point takedown.
5 seconds to go in the period. Channing Good with kind of a surprising lead, and that'll do it for the first period. So Paulsboro is unseeded. Channing Good gets a 2-0 lead over Sambuca. Parator, I neglected to mention, was the second seeded wrestler in this one. One of those number 2 seeds to go down the tubes. Good has the top position to start period number 2. Sambuca, we've seen what he can do coming from behind, however. He's a very capable veteran wrestler for Gloucester High.
One thing about this match, Channing Good really doesn't have any pressure on him because everyone thinks that he's going to lose. So he's really the underdog, so he really doesn't, all he can do is win.
And also knows he's going to Vineland too.
That's right, that's right.
Sambuca trying to come out, but Good keeping his control. 1:30 to wrestle in the second. Paulsboro fans beginning to get in it a little bit. They sense that Good could pull an upset of sorts here.
This would be a really big upset. And the rivalry would continue.
.130 to go, second period. Sambuca with a lightning fast move, trying to come out.
Really quick switch by Zambuca. Channing doing a fine job with the Wizard. See his arm hooked around Zambuca's arm, and the Wizard, and that still keeps him in control. Good is still in control right now.
Now really pretty lucky to get out of that with only a point.
That was a smart thing to do.
2-1 lead for Good as Sambuca managed the escape. Looked like he was going to get a reversal. Good loses his headgear, and Fenimore decides to call time and allow him to put it back on.
This is building up to be a very exciting match.
.30, 58 seconds to go, second period. It's been a good one so far here at 115, with Good holding a precarious 2-1 lead over Brian Sambuca. Good, one of 8 Raiders in the finals, and Sambuca one of 6 Bulldogs. The Gloucester-Paulsboro rivalry continues, but Gloucester just can't seem to hand Paulsboro any kind of a loss.
Channing doing a fine job just trying to set him up, trying to take down Zambuca, but Zambuca, the experience is just coming out right now. He knows every situation he's in right now. Doing a fine job right there. Oh, that's close. That was really close. That was a really fine arm drag to a single leg. Rory Fenimore caught it out of balance. That was close.
25 seconds to go, second period. The crowd really beginning to get heated up over this one. Still 2-1 for Good.
If Zambuca would have hit that in the middle of the mat, there's definitely no doubts about it. That would have been a definite 2-point take there.
Get it going, come on.
10 seconds in the period. Sambuca again showing his experience. Good got inside, couldn't convert it, and looks like they'll get through the period here without any further damage. It's 2-1, Channing Good, and much of that applause is by the Paulsboro fans for Channing Good. They appreciate his effort.
They're doing a fine job. I think the fans play a big part in a wrestling match. They keep the momentum going. They kind of help you in knowing where you're at on the mat and what the score is. Zambuca looks a little tired here. I think if he was ill this week, I think it's starting to take effect now.
2 minutes to wrestle. Sambuca on top, but he trails 2-1. Now Good, who is very quick in this situation, trying to come out or reverse.
Channing really quick on that stand-up turn in. He's in a Wizard situation. And we're neutral.
3-1, now Sambuca's got to have a takedown.
The way the momentum's going right now, the way I see it on the match is Channing is just the aggressor. He's very quick. Zambuca just doesn't look like he's in the match right now. But he's capable of pulling anything off the experience. He's been in the finals before. I look for a big move coming up.
1:20 to go. Sambuca beginning to run out of time. Single leg by Sambuca. Big chance for him here. Good trying to get out of bounds.
Boy,
and does. And
Zambuca's hitting great moves, but they're on the line of the mat. And Channing Good is just doing a fine job of taking him out of balance. Really, Zambuca did a really fine high crash to a single. Did it on the sideline of the mat, was out of balance. Really smart on Channing's part, knowing where he's at.
A little byplay in the background is familiar, Nick. That's the Gloucester fans booing and the Paulsboro fans retaliating.
That's how it is. Pretty soon they won't even know if there's a wrestling match going on. They'll just be yelling back and forth at each other.
Under a minute. Still 3-1 for Channing Good, trying for an upset. Good countering everything Sambuca's throwing at him.
Sambuca tried to get a little high, and then Channing just picked him out. Again, he's hitting every move on the side of the mat, on the line of the mat. And he's just going with the momentum, carried out of balance. Nobody's stalling. Outside's visually upset. Doesn't like it at all. Doesn't like it at all.
That's the second time that Sai thought that Sambuca had the takedown.
Sambuca has to initiate the move further in the center of the mat, so when the move is completed, he'll be inside in the center. Because if those moves were hit in the middle, definitely been 2-point takedown.
30 seconds to go. Sambuca has to have a takedown to put this into overtime.
Someone will be caught for stalling. Yeah, that was a good call. Channing Good is caught for stalling.
Now Good has to be careful.
He's got to make, this is crucial right here when this whistle blows. He's got to step 1 foot forward. He's got to make initiation step forward. Because I look forward. If he steps back, I look for Roy to call for stalling.
But Good goes in quickly. 20 seconds to go. Sambuca, the clock his enemy now, has to have a takedown. And
now there should be 2 pretty. No 2. No 2. This is crucial. He's going to the mat, judge. 1 point stalling. I tell you what, that is a good move. That is a smart call by the official. He wasn't technically in balance. He was out of balance, but he was forcing his way out of balance. And hey, I think that was a good call.
Boy, listen to the crowd into this match. 3-2 for Good. 11 seconds to go. Sambuca can win it with a takedown.
All Channing has to do is just stay right there. He stays right there, he'll win. I'm sure they won't call it stalling. He's won. It's over. Big upset.
Oh boy, look at the ball for a fan.
People happy. There it is. It's over. Channing Good, he had a great tournament, and there's no other way than finishing up with beating the runner-up from the district last year.
Look at the polls for a bench. Look at the polls for fans and bench.
They're happy. They have a little animosity, I think, towards the Gloucester coach, but it's just a really tight rivalry. A really tight rivalry.
Channing Good, a very happy young man, and deservedly so. He did a great job. And the great veteran, Brian Sambuca, his career isn't over. He'll be going to Vineland. He's a great one. Have a week to rest up for this.
That's it. If he was sick, well, that's okay. He has a week, and I'm sure he's going to be upset and hurt that he lost. But he'll have his strength back next week, and that's good for him. I look to see these two probably meeting again. This week is going to really help Sambuca to get back on his feet.
Well, I tell you, the Paulsboro response to Good's win reminded me a little bit of Brian Trader's win at Roselle last week.
They love it. They love the excitement. Really, Channing Good just wrestled really well, really smart. He went out from the beginning like he wanted to win, and he did.
How many times do you see an unseeded wrestler go on to win a championship? That's
unbelievable. And if there was the most valuable wrestler awarded, he'd be a great candidate for it.
Channing Good, unseeded, wins the 115-pound title against a great veteran from Gloucester, Brian Sambuca.
A really tough match.
122 coming up. There's Alan Buckley of Paulsboro. Buckley, one of the 2 defending champions. He won at 101 last year. His opponent, Joe Reinick, fine veteran from Gloucester. Reinick is 20-3. Buckley is 14-9. I believe unofficially Paulsboro, with that victory by Good, has clinched the team championship, which of course was pretty much inevitable, Nick, but for it to happen so early, another indication of the incredible Paulsboro dominance.
Well, what Good just did, he not only won a district title, but he also took the pressure off of everyone else in the finals, because it still is a team tournament, even though there's individual awards.
Reinick with the takedown of Buckley leaves it 2-0. Joe Reinick would like to give Gloucester its first victory of the night. So back-to-back wins by Paulsboro at 108 and 115. Kevin Nastasi and surprisingly Channing Good. Joe Reinick.
This is going to be a tough match. Buckley returning champion and Reinick probably wanting it really, really more.
Rob Titebach, fine, kind of unheralded performer from Gateway, with a consolation victory here at 122 with a 430 pin of Terry Merschel of Pittman. Reinick top seeded in this weight category. Buckley unseeded, so Buckley could become the second straight unseeded Paulsboro wrestler to win a championship, and he's got a tall order here against Reinig. .49 seconds to go, first period. Joe Reinig leading Alan Buckley 2-0.
I'm sure Reinig has a little more going into this match also. He just saw his fellow teammate lose to a really big match. I'm sure that's going to give him a little more momentum to come out and really wrestle tough.
Buckley's had kind of a rough season, but he's putting good finishing touches on it. He's been very impressive recently.
Yeah. Well, we've always thought it as the tournaments as a second season. It doesn't matter what your record was coming in. You always start off at a 0-0 record.
Good job by Reinig countering.
Reinig really tough here. Really tough. Has working on an arm bar on Buckley right now, keeping him in control.
10 seconds in the period.
Reinig really looks strong. Really looks good.
That'll do it for one. Joe Reinig, number one seeded, 122 pounds, has a 2-0 lead over Alan Buckley.
What Buckley's going to have to do, he's going to have to stand up, wrist control, head up, and he's going to have to get out and get one, start over.
So we've had some exciting early matches in the District 29 finals.
Nice breakdown by Reinig, really good. Looks tough, really looks solid out there, confident.
Yeah, we've seen Joe a few times this season. He's always been impressive. I think he looks as sharp tonight as any previous time we've seen him on Channel 5 this year.
Really looks tough. Every move that Buckley's making, Reinig's countering superbly. Buckley's going to have to keep moving. He's not really setting up anything right now. He's got to put Reinig on the defensive.
1:20 to go, and again Reinig breaking down Alan Buckley.
Reinig really looks tough. Whoa.
Reinig gets the
I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know if that should have been stalling. They're really tough on stalling this year. Maybe it's to keep the match going, but Reinig's just doing a fine job countering. Maybe that's why he's just countering. He's not working for the pin.
Reinig appears to be a little bit stronger than Alan.
Really looks solid.
30 seconds to go, second period. Close match, 2-0 for Reinig, so Buckley's still very much in it. Now Buckley warned, so they both have warnings.
That should have been the first stall warning right there.
And Buckley
really
gets
tough.
A big point.
He caught Reinig just being nonchalantly riding him out. He caught him.
So the escape by Buckley changes the match. 30 seconds to go, second period, and Reinig's lead is halved.
That was a crucial 1 point because it still gives Buckley a chance to get the takedown and go into the third period with a 3-2 lead.
Remember, they both have stall warnings. They both have to be careful here. .21 seconds to go in the second. We've had some tight matches. Double by Buckley, but Reinig showing good balance on his feet. 5 seconds. 4 ticks left on the clock in period number 2. Both wrestlers have to be a little bit careful right here, and they'll just ride out the period. End of 2. Tight one at 122 pounds with Joe Reinig of Gloucester hanging to a 2-1 lead.
This is like a sleeper match. It seems like when everything's down, there's a lull in the action, somebody got a point.
Reinig on the bottom to start the third. He leads at 2-1. Buckley breaking him down.
Buckley just trying to break him down right now, trying to start something, trying to set up something. Reinig really, he has wrist control. He's out on a switch. He's got to watch himself, because if he tilts his shoulder, if he breaks that parallel with the mat, the perpendicular, and he's going to get back points against himself.
1:25 to go. Reineck still leads it 2-1.
Buckley working that ball and chain. Really looks tough on the top also.
Come on, hand control. Come on, you gotta go.
Reineck keeping Buckley off balance with the hip movement. Buckley doing a fine job countering. What Buckley has to do here, he has to put Reineck and make him think about his back, just push into him. And Reineck has to come slide across the mat towards us, keep his hips out.
Stalemate called by Bill Strickland. 57 seconds to go. Reineck still leads at 2-1. Buckley still needs back points.
This is the first time I've seen Bill Steckline refereeing. Has he been down South Jersey a lot, Bob?
I haven't seen him. I believe I've seen him maybe one other time on a Channel 5 match, Nick. That's it.
Because he's from, I think he's from Pennsylvania. Because I wrestled with his son a few times in exchange teams. Buckley doing a fine job riding. Outside, probably calling because he's not working for the pin. That's what it is. That's what it is. Buckley wasn't working for the pin. Steckline awarded the warning and point to Glassboro.
There's outside, who's really been up and down tonight. 3-1 lead now for Reineck. Now Buckley must have back points. Buckley trying to get it in overtime.
A move here that could work. Buckley could pull all the way out, come back, and then drop Reineck. That's the move you have to do. He's got to pull out and drop him for the back point.
Reineck gets out of it.
Now he's trying for the cradle. He's got, split second. He was blocked for that cradle. Split
2 seconds.
He could have, he's not over far enough. He's getting high. It's a desperation move right now, and that's what it was. Now he's going to try for
4 seconds to go. Reineck's going to win this one. That'll do it. Joe Reineck of Gloucester, excellent effort. He defeats Alan Buckley for the 122-pound championship, 4-1. We'll take this break in the District 29 wrestling matches at Gloucester County College. Now we're seeing some great wrestling at Gloucester County College. District 29 finals, 129-pound weight class. Sam Thorpe on the left, George Zuzalak of Gateway, and Zuzalak, kind of an unheralded wrestler, but very, very strong and very aggressive, and this could be a good one, Nick.
This is going to be a tough one. Sammy's been in the finals. This will make his 4th time, 4 years in a row being in the finals, not walking away without a title. I'm sure he wants this really bad.
Sam has been wrestling very, very well lately. A 2-16 pin in his first match here, then a 17-3 victory over Eric Fox, a fine wrestler from Woodbury. Zuzalak getting here with a 3-0-3 pin. Double leg by Sam, really, and the takedown.
Really tough on his feet. Sammy's really tough on his feet. That was a really good double leg. Zuzalak did a fine job doing a Granby. That's called a Granby roll, and he rolls on the shoulder and comes out like that.
Well, Zuzalak will work hard. He is tough. Fox went on to win 3rd place, defeating Blaine Capano of Glassboro, so Fox will go on to the regional tournament Wednesday night. Thorpe allows Zuzalak to get loose. Sammy's been doing that a lot recently. We saw him do that at Roselle Park. He obviously is very confident of his takedowns.
Very tough on his feet. Well, in a way, it could be a smart move because, there is no riding time. And Sammy's really not known for a pin, even though he did get a pin in the semifinals this tournament.
He must have done that because you said he didn't have anything.
That's probably what happened.
Zuzalak, one of outstanding contingent of Gator wrestlers. They forfeited as many as 3 weight classes in a match this season. Nick, as Thorpe gets another takedown and leads at 4-1, but they still had a winning season. They had some outstanding individual performers.
Yeah, that just shows great character in the team when you can forfeit weight classes and still come up with wins.
Dave Brown doing a fine job as head coach for Gateway Regional. So Thorpe, who had 8 takedowns in one of his matches at Roselle last weekend, has 2 already in this one.
Look, Sammy's really confident on his feet. There it is.
Zuzalak warned for the premature move. 31 seconds to go in the period. And Thorpe pretty much having things his way so far. He has been able to take Zuzalak down twice.
He's just going to keep letting him up.
4-2 now, and we'll see if Sam can get another one. Sam Thorpe looking for his first ever district championship. He's had a great career at Paulsboro, but this one has eluded him, and you know how bad he wants this, Nick.
I know that. Kind of tarnishes your really great record without coming away with a title.
Thorpe last year losing a tough 3-2 decision to Mike Rizzo of Gateway. Mike's brother, Greg, of course, state champion at Gateway, defeated Sam twice in the finals.
It's been Thorpe against Gateway for the past 4 years. Really tough takedown, double leg, picked him up in the air.
He looks like he can get that all night if he wants to. 6-2 with 12 seconds to go in the period, and at this point he'll probably ride him out with 12 seconds to go.
Right. We won't see him let him up. He'll ride him out and go into the second period with this lead. He'll just try to keep him right there, pick him up, try to break him down.
That'll do it. So Sam Thorpe, on the strength of 3 takedowns, has a 6-2 lead over George Zuzulak of Gateway after one. Zuzulak with an outstanding 17-3 season. He defeated Blaine Capano. What a Donnybrook that was. 15-13 in the semis. Some match.
That's a lot of points in it. That's a lot of points in the semifinals.
We'll see if Sam allows Zuzulak to get free again.
Sam might just try to ride him out a little bit, maybe try to tire him out, wear him down, and then let him up later on in the period. It would still be, if Zuzulak, Bob, let's get a situation here. Say if Sammy was going to try to let Zuzulak up and Zuzulak stayed in the referee's position, it would be a neutral. There would be no stalling. It might be stalling. Possibly could be called stalling. But it'll be 1 point, and I'm sure that they would.
Has to be a point awarded in the situation.
Right.
Yeah. And of course, the point would go to Zuzulak, right?
That's right. That's right.
1:37 to go, second period. It's been all Thorpe, 6-2. Both of Zuzulak's points on permitted escapes, and Thorpe seems to have momentarily changed his strategy here in the second period. 1:26 to go, second period. Sam Thorpe trying to become the third Red Raider to win a title. Nastasi winning at 1:08, and then right behind him, Channing Good picking up a victory, and a little bit surprising to some people.
That was a really exciting match, the Good Zambuca match. Really, really exciting.
Crowd really quieted during this one. They've had a couple of matches when they've really gotten into things tonight.
I'm sure we'll see the same reaction when Paulsboro meets Gloucester again, especially in that 70-pound match with Trader and
Lockbaum. Yeah. Because Trader has really been on a roll.
Very emotional wrestler. And that's
now,
what happened.
Sam allows him to go again at 6-3, and we'll see if he can get his fourth takedown here.
That's what he did. He tried to ride him out, tried to wear him down a little bit, and hopefully to take him down.
You're talking about Thorpe's luckless situation in the finals, Nick. You realize this is the fourth consecutive Gateway wrestler he's met in the finals.
That's amazing.
Good job here by Zuzulak of trying to avoid the takedown on the single by Sam. Boy, smart move
really
there by Sam. That was smart.
That's what he did. He reached over to the far leg. He posted the knee on the mat. That enabled the knee to stay permanently to the mat, and Zuzulak wasn't able to keep hipping out and eventually getting the takedown.
8-3, 23 seconds to go in the period. All 8 points by Thorpe on takedowns.
With 23 seconds left in the period, I'm sure Sammy will ride him out.
Thorpe's lead 8-3. That time I think Zuzulak earned that one a little bit.
That's right. He earned it. He earned it, but Sammy knew that it wasn't worth the effort. It wasn't worth the effort to go, and it paid off right there. With a double leg. Double leg. I don't know if there's back point. There's two. There's two.
So Sam, who's been scoring a lot of points recently, has a 12-4 lead. He gets his 5th takedown after the earned escape by Zuzelak, and then the back points to boot make it 12-4. So Thorpe's lead heading into the 3rd period rather safe, and you don't see Sam Thorpe get pinned, so I think Zuzelak's got some problems here.
Well, I'll tell you what, anything can happen in the finals. Even though it's such a dominated match by Thorpe, Zuzelak could come up with something.
He certainly has the strength to do it, and he's an exciting wrestler, Zuzelak is. He did pin Pat Thomas of Deptford in the quarterfinals, and with that big 15-13 win over Capano in the semis.
Sammy usually tries to get the 1 point and work on his feet again, and that's what he did. He really loves his feet, really confident on his feet. He really looks strong.
13-4, now Thorpe looking for his 6th takedown of the match. Zuzelak needs a takedown, and he needs to put Sam on his back if he hopes to get back in this one. He has to do it pretty quick.
Really looks tough. Sammy has really good technique. He really knows how to clear the hands. He really knows how to set up his opponent for a takedown, and he favors that double leg.
1:38 to go.
Now he's trying to set him up, work under. He's working for that double leg.
1:20 to go. Sam Thorpe just 80 seconds away from his first ever District 29 title. Got the single.
Really nice. Set it up really nice. Perfect setup. He posted that elbow, so Zuzelak wasn't able to throw the wizard and got the single. Walked him around, dropped him down for the 2.
Yeah, he's had a career number of takedowns just in the last couple of weeks.
Really nice.
15-4. Thorpe now with 6 takedowns. 6 takedowns, 2 back points. Point now on the second caution, so it's 16-4. Zuzelak's had himself a fine season, and he's going to Vineland too, despite what happens, regardless of what happens here.
Zuzelak tried a switch there. He got his hips away from Sammy, tried to switch, but what Sammy did is he just pulled out a little bit, and Zuzelak was kind of out of control, and that's the position we ended up at. Really tough move by Zuzelak. He was able to hold on to Sammy.
1 minute to go. John Bojeting doing the announcing tonight, as he always does at the District 29 finals. John, chief clerk and score. Walt Harrington assisting Pete Lamani as the tournament manager. Tony Gadek as assistant clerk. Roy Fenimore, the weighmaster. Excellently run tournament as always.
Zuzelak trying to Granby roll. Sammy doing a fine job in countering.
Zuzelak still in there battling. It's 16-5 on his escape.
Really tough match. It's kind of a controlled, dominated match. That was a nice move by Zuzelak, but he just didn't hold on to that arm. Would have been kind of like a Japanese wizard, we call that, when he rolled through like that.
20 seconds to go. Thorpe with another takedown. His lead 18-5, and he's now racked up 7 takedowns. As I said, he had 8 in one match at Roselle Park, so he's been doing a lot of work the last couple of weeks.
It was a nice arm drag, spun behind.
16 seconds to go. Sam Thorpe that close to a District 29 title, the 3rd by the Raiders tonight, and Paulsboro, as we indicated already, has tucked away its 13th consecutive District 29 team title. Not surprising. Paulsboro, the state Group 1 champions. Channel 5 there for that last week at Roselle Park.
Sam using that forearm, riding the half Nelson just to kill time.
So Sam Thorpe took him 4 years to do it, but he's a great young wrestler and a fine young man. He wins the title over George Zuzelak, 3rd Red Raider in the first 5 weight categories to win tonight. There's great sportsmanship there. Dave Brown, the Gateway coach, congratulating Sam. Really like to see that kind of sportsmanship.
I really like that. It shows a lot of class. Real lot of class. The match is over. There's nothing to be upset about. Shake hands. Both wrestlers went out and did the best they could. I really like that.
Here we go. Chucky Zeisloff of Gateway against Mike Barnes of Woodbury. This is one of the premier matches of the night. This is the weight class in which top-seeded Bobby Brown of Paulsboro did not place, and Milt Ferrer of Glassboro was bumped out in the semifinals. Ferrer beating Brown 7-6 for third place. So this is one I'm looking forward to a whole lot, Nick. I've known Chucky Zeisloff for a long, long time, and this could be quite a match. Of course, his only loss to Mike Barnes.
Everybody here believes it's going to be an exciting match, too. The crowd really up for it.
Boy, does Barnes ever look psyched. That's Zeisloff, but his opponent jumping all over the place. Zeisloff and Barnes, 135-pound title match. Boy, I tell you, Mike Barnes really looks ready, doesn't he?
Fired up. Really nice.
Barnes has a takedown, leads 2-0.
Zeisloff shot in there, too extended, went to his stomach. Barnes wisely just spun right behind him. Kind of in a really big match like this, really emotional match. It's good just to relax and go out there and keep the momentum down, because if you start making mistakes, you don't think clear.
Barnes won by default over Mark Shannon in the quarters and whipped Milt Ferrer. Milt Ferrer, outstanding wrestler, beat him 12-3 in the semis. Zeisloff with a 431 pin over Kingsway's Ron Frank, and then a tough 2-1 victory over Bob Brown. What a tough match that was.
It's a shame they're not, this weight class isn't allowed to take four people to the regions.
By far the toughest weight class, 135 pounds, loaded with good talent.
It's full of dynamite, really, really tough.
Here we have the finalists. Neither one was the 1 or 2 seed. Barnes with a very quick takedown of Zeisloff. He leads at 2-0, has the top position.
Really nice breakdown by Barnes. Had him controlled, had his legs posted, brought him down right where he wanted.
Zeisloff with a 20 victory season, marred only by a 9-7 loss to Mike Barnes in their dual match.
Zeisloff in that Peterson roll position. Barnes doing a fine job countering.
Right this up, Peterson. One or the other.
There it is, really good move. Zeisloff with that Peterson roll with 2 points, now back points being counted off. He could pin him here. He could pin him. He will be. This is tough to get out of, Bob. He's got him really tight. This is tough. This might not last a period. This is really tough. Zeisloff should calm down now. Boy, I tell you, Barnes deserves all the credit in the world. That was tough. Zeisloff had him in a really dangerous move.
Wow.
Really dangerous.
What action.
Barnes, all the credit in the world coming out of it. That could have been the match right there.
Zeisloff leads at 5-4. Of course, he got the near fall.
Zeisloff hit him with the Peterson again. Barnes is really open for that. It's going to be 2 reversal and 2 back points. There it is.
Well, what a match we have shaping up at 135. Look at Zeisloff.
Somebody get the accounting. I don't know the score. 8-4. 8-4 Zeisloff. See, that Peterson roll is devastating.
9-4. They changed it.
9-4. They might change it again. Really tough. Zeisloff came through with that Peterson, really nice.
Well, you ought to see the Zeisloff family over on the other side, right behind the Woodbury coach, George Azar. Mr. Zeisloff, his wife, some of the family friends, they are really having a time over there. Maybe we can get a shot of them later. Zeisloff with a 9-4 lead, starting the second period. Zeisloff trying to avenge his only loss of the season.
Well, I tell you, Barnes, I give him all the credit in the world coming out of that hold. And he's still fighting back. There's going to be more points scored in this match, I'm sure.
Barnes has lost only once this season. Zeisloff has lost only once.
That was an action-packed period, wasn't it?
Oh, that was great. Peterson twice by Zeisloff.
Boy, that's a dangerous move, but it looks like he's going to make it. there's always a rule in wrestling: never step over the wizard, which Barnes just did, because that left Barnes open for it being rolled. He's way off balance, and it almost happened. Really tough. See, the momentum's really going right now, and mistakes are being made. And that's what's happening.
There's the Zeisloff family. There's Mr. Zeisloff in the middle of the screen. Boy, he's really into this. I think he's seen every match his son Chuck has ever wrestled. He and his wife. 1:10 to go, second period. 13 points scored in the first period.
Whoa!
Oh boy, Barnes made a mistake.
What happened there is Barnes went with that hip pocket move. Went in, he turned in his Zeisloff. Zeisloff just let up a little bit, went into the bear hug, put him on his back. Really tough now. Zeisloff got him in a really dangerous predicament right here. Barnes is going to need something to really come out.
Got him! Zeisloff wins the 135-pound championship.
Great match.
Chucky Zeisloff avenges his only loss of the season. Look at the Gateway fans. Oh boy, they love it.
I tell you, he went out there and just dominated the match.
Tremendous effort by Zeisloff, defeating Barnes. They'll both go to Vineland. Chucky Zeisloff wins his first district championship. And look at him go over to receive congratulations from the Woodbury coaches. What a great match. We're going to take this break from Gloucester County College. Back at Gloucester County College, Nick Burzichelli, Bob Shryock, 141-pound final. What a great one this should be. Jason Suter, undefeated from Paulsboro. Louis Tirado of Kingsway, twice beaten, 19-2. Two real good ones here, Nick.
This is going to be a tough one. Tirado has the experience of being in the finals in the districts. Suter doesn't have that privilege, so it's going to be tough.
Tirado didn't get through the first period in the finals last year, pinned by John Sicalo of Paulsboro in 150. We'll see if he can avenge his loss to a Paulsboro performer in the finals.
Suter doing it. This is really nice, isn't it? A kind of a barrel roll position. But wisely coming up, starting over. Single leg, barrel to single. Points, and he's going to take them. There possibly could be back points here.
He gets
And
two.
there it is.
4-0 lead for Suter.
That was really nice, like underhook to a single. And then he made Lou think about his back. And he put him on his back. Really tough points. Again, there it is, back points. Really nice roll through by Suter.
That's 6-0. So
Here comes
4
the bar
points
arm.
in predicaments.
Throw this half. This is really good counter by Lou. Really good counter.
Well, he
Suter
needed
got high.
that. He
That was
needed
really
it.
tough.
Got him right back in it too.
Suter got high. Oh, there's a neutral by Suter. See, Suter got high on that bar. He put the bar on Lou's arm on himself, and that opened him up to be rolled and to be stepped over.
I thought he's had 4 back points.
That's another tough. This is a good move by Lou.
Scoreboard says 5-2, Nick. I thought that Suter had 4 back points, 2 predicaments, including the takedown.
He may well have. He may well have.
Apparently only 2, so it's 5-2 for Suter with 19 seconds to go in the
I think
third.
that's Bob Fredericks is coming over to check
Yeah,
that out
Fredericks
now.
thinks so too. He thinks he's got 4.
I think that's what the questioning's done now.
Bob Frederick,
A little concerned.
very concerned. He surely saw 4 of them. I thought I saw 4, Nick.
He doesn't want to come. He doesn't want to come near
Yeah, that's what
the
he says,
scorer's
2,
table because
twice.
because of the new rule that was just set in. He doesn't want to really cause a controversy. Just showing a little concern. Well, I tell you, Tirado had a really nice move when he had that single and brought Suter back. That's a dangerous move because Suter could have been caught with 2-point takedown and 2-point back points against him.
For the officials, O'Neill from Kingsway over talking to the officials. Steckline and Roy Fenimore. And it is 7-2,
That's what it
so
is. That's
Frederick was correct. 19 seconds to go in the period, so Suter's lead is by 5 instead of by 3.
Really good setup by Suter. Single. He's got to bring him down to the mat. He's got to bring Tirado on all 4s to get the 2 points with 3 seconds left.
He got it. Boy, he got it.
Boy, that was 1 second left.
One tick before the buzzer.
That was
9-2.
critical takedown.
So Jason Suter with a big first period. Suter with a pin in his first match and an 11-6 victory over Dean Henriksen, another one of the fine gateway wrestlers in the semis. Tirado with an 8-2 victory over Dean Klein. Then he beat Van Brill. Tied in regulation, tied in overtime, and Tirado winning on a stall call against Van Brill.
You know, Bob, those 2 points, I think, is that the right score, 7-2? I think the 2 points were just taken away. They were just taken away. Bill Steckline overruled Roy Fennemoy's call, which if we did see it on instant replay, it might have been right. Because what happened was, Suter brought him down. Tirado had his leg in a certain way that really, technically, there isn't a takedown. So if we would have sought that again, I think that was a good call.
Tirado with the top position as we begin the second period. Tirado trails at 7-2. Let's correct that score again.
Suter working on the far, trying to reach for the far leg and try to get into a Peterson roll. He has the wrong leg. He should grab the leg closest to him. There he goes. He hooked it now. Now he's in a better position. Tirado doing a really fine job on countering because he's throwing the half Nelson.
Now it's 9-2 as Suter reverses.
Comes out with the reversal. Suter trying to crank over that forearm with a half Nelson. Riding that forearm in half. Tirado in that Peterson roll. He's on the line though, could be blown out of bounds. But Tirado should roll him back right now. We're on the line, there's no points. He's got to bring him over. Jason has to bring him over. If he rolls out of bounds, there's not going to be any points awarded. There won't be any points, that's right. The move was on the line. Suter finish up the move out of bounds.
34 seconds to go, second period. 9-2 lead for Jason Suter, trying to keep his record unblemished.
Excuse me, Bob, he just really looks tough.
Yeah, he does.
Lou, I know, is trying all he can. It may be 9-2, but watching the match, it doesn't seem like that high of a score.
Tirado still seems to be very much
That's
in it.
That's
but,
right.
A lot of points to come back against Suter.
Now, Tirado's in that Peterson position. He should try to capitalize on that.
9-3 as Tirado escapes. Takedown by Lou now could make it a little bit interesting, and he gets it.
I don't know about that move. What Jason tried to do, he tried to do that Japanese throw, and he slipped.
So that maneuver cost him because it gets Tirado right back in the match. As we end 2 periods, it's 9-5.
What happened was Jason just felt a little confident on his feet, felt the score was, might be out of reach, and he tried just try to throw.
Louis Tirado, 19-2 record. Van Brill then lost the third place match to Dean Henriksen of Gateway. Henriksen winning a tough 5-3 match, so Dean Henriksen will be going to the regionals in Vineland Wednesday night as well. Dean's had a fine senior year. Another Gateway wrestler coming up next at 148, John Frederick, son of the Paulsburg coach, and a lot of people are going to be watching that one with interest.
I'm sure the Paulsburg people will be behind John in that match. Again, now Lou's using that Peterson roll, and he hit it. He finally did it. Jason was wide open for it. He finally did it. 2-2. 2-2.
9-7. Now Tirado right back in the match.
He's been wide open for the Peterson, and he just did it.
9-9.
Now Jason trying an off-balance roll. Now Jason's in the Peterson roll. Now he can just keep spinning on his head until that roll comes through, but Tirado doing a fine job riding the half and countering. Jason's now on the Peterson, he's now on his back. I don't know how far his back was to the mat.
Oh, and a great one shaping up here at 141 pounds. 9-9 tied, Suter and Tirado.
What Jason has to do is should take him back in the Peterson. There's the neutral.
Now it's 10-9 for Suter. Double by Tirado.
Should throw with
Oh
it.
boy,
There
Tirado
goes
goes into the lead, 11-9.
That was great. When Tirado went out there, powerful takedown. Powerful takedown.
Boy, remember when it was 9-2 Suter?
it.
Suter's got a battle on his hands. They're the Kingsway fans.
That's it.
Boy, they have something to cheer about.
There you go. It was at 9-2 at one time. Like I said, if you were watching the match, you wouldn't think it was that much of a score. Now, here we are, 10-11.
Tirado pinned in the first period in the finals last year. What a big chance for him now.
Boy, there's that could be a neutral. Tirado do a fine job reverse following.
Great effort by
Fine
Tirado.
job. Boy, I tell you, he wants it.
25 seconds to go. Tirado trying to pull
Jason coming
an
out.
upset.
20 seconds left. Tirado has to hold on for 20 seconds. But Jason is in a really good position here. He's in a right where he wants to be. He fires out, gets 1 point, could take this into overtime, or he could go for the reversal. Boy, Lou Tirado doing a fine job. Experience being in the district finals has to be paying off.
A great comeback by Tirado, regardless of what happens, but he's in the driver's seat right now. 15 seconds to go. Tirado trying to put Suter away.
Doing a fine job with this counter, 10 seconds left. Suter just needs 1 point.
5 seconds to go. 3 seconds to go. Tirado trying to hang on. And Louis Tirado upsets Jason Suter.
That was a great match.
Look at him. Boy, is he happy. Oh, what a job by Tirado. Jason Suter loses his undefeated record. Suter had won 25 in a row. Louis Tirado of Kingsway with a big
He
win.
did a great job. He deserved it. He did a great job. He went out. He did a super job. For a tournament, this is a tournament. Boy, look at that. You couldn't be more happier.
Oh, great camera shot.
Couldn't
Way
be
to
more
go.
happier. I tell you, for a tournament, this is a tournament of upsets.
Boy, that's great. We have seen some wrestlers. Tony Barchuk hugging Louis Tirado, the athletic director, and Barchuk hugging his coach O'Neill. Everybody happy from Kingsway.
Super job. He really went out. Really did a great job. Look at that. You couldn't be more happier for him, huh? I tell you, being down 9-2.
Way to go, Channel 5.
In the district finals.
That's great coverage. Way to go, gang.
And key factor in that match might have been that Japanese wizard. And another key factor is Tirado has experience of being in a district final.
Oh, what a match that was. I tell you, that was great. Louis Tirado, champion at 141, and what excitement we've had tonight.
Tournament of upsets.
Whew.
Anybody can be beaten on any day.
I'll tell you, Jason Suter, when he's up 9-2, who would have figured it?
Boy, that's depressing. 9-2.
Guys,
he's only a sophomore.
25-0, and he gives up a 9-2 lead, but there's the experience of Tirado. Give him a great deal of credit. He deserves it.
Well, Jason's still a sophomore, still learning. He's going to the regionals. And I'm sure he's going to be upset. But they're going to be there.
Now, Bob Frederick does not have a Paulsboro wrestler in this one, but he certainly has a wrestler in this one.
This is it.
John Frederick, his son, going against outstanding George Zane of Gloucester.
Fredericks has his hands full on this one. Zane, a really tough wrestler. Really looked good on that. Single to double to the takedown.
Zane with a 2-0 lead on the takedown. Zane with a pin in his first match and then a 17-0 victory over Jim Gorman of Clearview. Bob Frederick looking on with more than token interest in this one. He just saw Jason Suter lose for the first time this season, but he's interested in the outcome of this one.
Little John Fredericks, he's come a long way on the wrestling mat. Really, it's really been tough.
John Frederick, 19-2, only a junior.
John's doing a fine job on trying to counter these legs. Zane really looking tough on a cross body ride, the position he's in now.
Fans just settling down after Tirado's upset of Suter.
They're emotionally drained.
I don't know if Louis Tirado would call it an upset or not.
Zane, no, I'm sure he did. I'm sure not. Zane doing a fine job with the legs. Worked on the upper body of Fredericks. And as you see, back points being awarded. Counted off.
Press your elbow.
40 seconds to go in the period.
Get up, boy. Get up. Raise your hips up.
All George Zane in this match with John Frederick so far. Stalemate called. Back points make it 4-0.
Zane riding those legs really well. Really looks confident up there.
George Zane having an outstanding season for Glassboro. Uterado, big win over Jason.
That was
Can't get over
that was a super match. Super match.
Take it. Take it.
10 seconds to go. First period has belonged to George Zane.
Credit for Warren for stalling.
That'll do it for one. George Zane 4-0 over John Frederick. Number 2 seed in this one, Greg Myers of Paulsboro, won 3rd place with a victory over Jim Gorman of Clearview by a score of 8-4. Frederick with wins over Greg Collingsworth of Pittman, and Myers beat Myers 8-4 in the semifinals. So an upset of sorts by Frederick in that one, in that Myers was seated higher. Frederick with the top position in the second period.
Really good move by Zane. John got a little high, was running that outside leg, was running the forward leg and with a cross face. Zane just got wrist control, stood up, and got the neutral.
5-0 lead now on Zane's escape. Key point in the match here for Frederick. Can't afford to be taken down again. He needs to take down to get back in it. Boy, the crowd has been up and down in this match, hasn't it, Nick? Boy,
yeah.
They've had a couple of unbelievable matches that they've gotten totally into, and a couple of rather quiet ones as well. John Frederick needing a takedown. 1:05 to go, second period.
Frederick's just trying to set him up, trying to do an arm drag, spin behind Zane and get the takedown. But Zane doing a really good job on hanging tough on the arm. I guess that was considered stalling. I guess he wasn't really making a true commitment in driving for the takedown. He was just content with staying right there.
Gloucester Catholic also competing in the tournament. Nobody from the Rams in the finals. Same thing West Deptford. Ken Melchior's team not sending anybody into the finals, as their fine wrestler Ron Sauer was knocked out in an earlier round.
30 seconds.
Zane really set that up nice. Had John a little off balance. Frederick's doing a fine job in countering. Zane really looked tough there.
Good job by George
Really
Zane. Gets 2 more big points and now leads at 7-0.
Nice setup. Got in on a single. Got in between the legs. Hopped the leg over top of his own head. And was in a position for the takedown. Really looks tough. Solid. Really confident wrestler.
Lost his first match of the season. Has not lost since.
Really looks strong.
Kenny Dunnett of Overbrook defeating him, and in that match, Zane had a big lead, then lost to Dunnett. Has not lost since.
Works his hips and his legs really well. You can see he really knows where he's at on the mat right there. Rides on the side of his hip.
That'll do it for 2 periods, and George Zane, in a very workmanlike effort, has totally dominated John Frederick so far by a score of 7-0.
Fredericks is going to have to make his move right now. He's going to have to really explode here.
Third period coming up. Frederick on the bottom to start the third. Channel 5 happy to be bringing you the matches. We're doing some tournament basketball starting next week. Looking forward to that.
Control the hips. Hand to one side. Now look away. Look away. Look away.
Really tough move right there. Rode the leg, kept hip to hip, came back, worked the half Nelson with Fredericks. Really solid move.
Frederick avoiding what could have been a pin. However, 3 more back points gives Zane a 10-0 cushion.
Zane just really looks tough here. Really big lead, hard to overcome 10 points. Even though we saw it a few minutes ago at the Toronto match. Maybe I shouldn't say that.
I remember saying how safe suitors, we looked
That's
at 9-2. You figure a 25-0 guy with a 9-2 lead is going to be safe. I think Toronto's effort of coming back, one of the top efforts we've seen on Channel 5, certainly a long time in a wrestling match. And certainly of that importance. Fans have been real quiet during this one, and Zane have kind of made them that way because he has been totally in control.
Well, he's dominating. He's just dominating the whole match. He really looks strong. Stalemate.
51 seconds to go at 148 pounds. George Zane looking for his 23rd win of the season. John Frederick looking for his 20th, but John needs a major miracle at this point. He's got to pin George Zane.
John's got to step over right now. He's got the leg. If John can step over, he'll be in a reversal position, and Zane can possibly be on his back. There's the reverse there.
Good job by Frederick. Hanging tough, keeping in there. 10-2 on Frederick's first points of the match.
What John's going to be trying now is going to be cradles. He's going to need something that's going to put Zane on his back quick. Zane just no reason to stop wrestling. Just going for the reversal. Frederick's has legs in now, trying for the turnover.
5 seconds to go. Frederick running out of time. George Zane about to put away a championship. Excellent effort by George Zane of Gloucester. A 10-2 victory over John Frederick. We'll be back with more from Gloucester County College. Nick Burzichelli, Bob Shryock back at Gloucester County College. 158-pound title match. Tom Bullock of Gloucester. Gloucester doing a good job in the finals tonight. 2 title wins now. Joe Reinick earlier. You just saw George Zane put one away. Bullock would like to make it 3 here, but he's got a tough opponent. Mike Willingham of Deptford. Willingham losing to Forelli of Paulsboro 7-4 in the 158-pound title match last year. He's a strong young man.
Strong.
He's got a great lift, and he gets the takedown of Bullock. Bullock top seated, but taken down by Willingham.
Really nice. Went in for the double. Picked up Billick in the air. That enabled him. Well, Billick was off balance. Wasn't able to counter. Willingham took his time, set it up, brought him down to the mat. Gentle, avoiding the slam. And got the takedown.
Bullock with 2 pins, both in the second period to get to the finals. Now the reversal by Bullock gets him right back in it at 2-2. This could be a good one.
This is going to be a good one.
Oh, Willingham reverses. It's 4-2. Get your calculators out.
That's it.
Willingham with a pin in his first match, and a big 15-3 win over Ron Sala. Boy, I tell you, Sala's a good wrestler, and for him to lose by that many gives you an indication of what kind of a wrestler Willingham is.
Really strong. Both wrestlers out there are really strong.
Saller will be going to Vineland, however. He defeated Russ Sigmund of Gloucester Catholic 11-3 to win the Consi. Saller having an outstanding season for a West Deptford team that has been surprisingly down this year, Nick.
That's a shame. I've always thought of West Deptford as really a powerhouse, and it's a real shame.
Luck trying to switch out. Willingham maintaining his ride. 55 seconds or 55 seconds to go first period. Willingham leads it by 2. Willingham would like to be the first winner for Deptford tonight.
Really looks strong on the ride right now. Really looks tough. Working the 2-on-1 on Billick. Maybe he's trying to wear him down. Billick just hasn't got up yet. I look for it right here. This is always the crucial on the whistle. Willingham doing a fine job breaking him down. Going right up to the forearm, to the head, trying to turn him over. Billick doing a fine job keeping to his base. Not letting Willingham turn him over.
20 seconds to go in the first. 4-2 lead for Deptford's Mike Willingham.
Might be out of bounds. That's a good call. Start over in the center.
So Paulsboro with 3 champions so far, Gloucester with 2.
Willingham really looks strong in that tight waist near arm, really strong.
Gateway, Kingsway, and Pittman with 1 champion each so far as we wind up 1 period. Channel 5 doing the District 29 finals for the 5th straight year, and I think we've had some of the most exciting matches tonight that I can recall in District 29 finals.
It's been a great tournament so far. Really great, really competitive. Nobody's really been outpsyched by the opponent's record, what they did in the past. Willingham really firing from the bottom position.
Just underway, 2nd period, still 4-2 for Mike Willingham. All 6 points scored very early. It settled down a little bit since then. It looked like it was going to be a Donnybrook. Excellent crowd at the college, and they're seeing quality wrestling, no doubt about that.
Vilick having kind of a difficult time trying to keep Willingham down, enabling him to work for the pin. Willingham is just doing a fine job. Just keep on standing up, standing up.
Willingham very strong. We've seen him before. Like has all he can handle with him. Well, like top seeded. 1:30 to go in the second.
Vilick finally has him broken down, enabling him to start something, but it's on the edge of the mat. It could be, could go out of bounds.
$1:15 left in the second.
It's kind of a very conservative match.
Didn't start out that way, did it?
No, it started as a ball fire. It's kind of slowed down now. Oh, there you go, Willingham contradicting me, getting the reversal. Tying the match at 4 apiece. Willingham really looks strong.
$50 seconds to go, second period, and yeah, that score is wrong. That's 6-2. That's not 4-4. Yeah. I was looking at the score. And
That's right.
My math was wrong as usual, but it is 6-2 for Willingham. So Vilick has a lot of work to do against a
I guess Willingham wants a little piece of this action of the upsets.
Yeah, we've had of course we've had a lot of #1 seeds win, but we've had a lot not win, and we had one weight class where neither the first nor the second seed even made it to the finals. So it's been a night of upsets, no doubt about that. And I wouldn't know. Upsets might be strong. I'd say surprises. You can't really say that Louis Tirado's win is an upset in terms of what he's accomplished through his career.
Absolutely.
But when you go up against a guy who's 25-0 and blows people away the way Suda does, that's a surprise.
Absolutely right, Bob. It was just the record, like I said, he just did a great job. He was probably considered the underdog. He was underrated.
Well, Tirado got kind of a slow start this season. We saw him in a Christmas tournament, and he frankly did not appear to be wrestling all that well. 6-3 now on the escape by Vilick. 5 seconds to go in the period.
And Willingham has a stall warning against him for not working for the pin.
So Willingham in the driver's seat with 2 minutes to go, but Tom Vilick, 20-2, certainly very much alive in this match.
Willingham taking an injury timeout here. Might have injured his rib.
That's Jeff Paley's working on him. Now we look at Al Sy and assistant coach Cleary. talking to Tom Villeck, who's given so much of himself to the Gloucester High School program, and what a great program it's been. Alcye, I guess you read, Nick, that Alcye is taking a sabbatical leave next year. Apparently is going back to Arizona to go after his masters and perhaps do a little bit of coaching. And it's possible that this tournament will be the last one we'll see Alcye in the immediate future. There's Alcye. The Courier Post already has indicated on 2 occasions that Al will be leaving. And he's done an awful lot for wrestling in Gloucester County, no doubt about that. Fine career at Delsea Regional, right here at Gloucester County College. Was an All-American, the first All-American ever at Gloucester County College. And next Saturday, Nick, he will be inducted into the National Junior College Hall of Fame.
Well, that's a great honor. How about that?
That is some honor.
That
he
is.
won't even be there to do it. Billy Chiaffi and Pete DiBenedetto will be wrestling in the Nationals at College of DuPage in Glen Ellen, Illinois next week, and they'll accept for Alcye while he's at the regional tournament. How about that?
That's great.
A couple of his former wrestlers. Still 6-3 for Willingham with the 3rd period just underway.
Villeck is going to have to start something here. He's got to start combination situations. He's got to hit move after move if he wants to win this match. But Willingham has really looked strong on top. He's riding that outside leg with a half. Really looks strong. This is a great ride. See what's happened there is Villeck looked in just for a slight second. He looked into the half Nelson. Once you look in, that leaves the shoulders exposed, enabling, to be thrown on your back. Such a great ride.
Mike Willingham kind of quietly having a great season. Hasn't had a great deal of publicity, but we're seeing tonight evidence of why he is one of the top performers in the county.
Villeck trying to move, trying that Peterson roll, but Willingham bringing it out of bounds. That's a dangerous move. That's a 5-point move. That's a 4-point at the minimum, 5-point. If Villeck can get that Peterson roll, he'd be right in this match.
1:04 to wrestle. Villeck on the bottom. Needs to come out. Willingham with control and with a 3-point advantage.
Willingham trying to break him down. Villeck, I felt, might have just turned in just a little too early there, because now Willingham has a better hold on him. Because Willingham's still in control here. Stopping the match with a stalling.
Willingham assessed a point, and that gets Villeck right back in the match at 6-4.
Well, that's a tough call because, see, we were going in a neutral position. Both wrestlers were just trying to better themselves because they were such in a dangerous position of points being scored, and Willingham was just, trying to hang on because he was riding. I don't know if a stalling should have been called.
So we have another apparent injury timeout for Willingham. Villeck certainly appears to be okay as he talks to Cy and Clary out on the other side of the mat. Dr. Dominic Vitarelli of Gloucester County College is looking at Mike Willingham, trying to assess his condition, make sure that he's able to continue as head coach Paley's and assistant coach Williamson look on at Mike, who is in the lead 6-4, but apparently is in a little bit of discomfort.
Might have pulled it.
Some of the fans
Anxious
looking
fans.
on, yes.
Hoping he's okay.
Concern for Mike Willingham, and a good crowd it is at Gloucester County College.
It looks like the doctor's working on his stomach. Might have pulled a muscle. Might have pulled a stomach muscle. Because when you work really strenuous on the top for that tight waist, near arm, which he's been riding, you use a lot of your stomach muscles. Possibly he could have pulled it, strained it.
Break time.
Okay, so 40 seconds to go. Willingham still with a 6-4 lead. Now Villeck, however, can tie it with a reversal. Willingham will simply try to break him down, ride him out.
But what he's got to do, Bob, Willingham has to make an honest attempt to try to put Villeck on his back. Boy, Villeck came out nice. That's right.
That's 6-5 as Villeck gets the escape, so don't count Tom Villeck out. He can win this with a takedown.
And you have to remember, Willingham hasn't stalled against him. Next time points are awarded again. Willingham, nice takedown.
That's a big one.
Boy, that was a nice duck under. Nice duck under to a 2-point takedown.
8-5 for Willingham. 8 seconds to go. 8-6.
8-6.
So Villeck still has a chance. He has 6 seconds to get the tying takedown to send it in overtime.
And it's been done. It's been done. The stalling's really crucial here. But it'll end this way.
That'll do it. Mike Willingham winning a title for Deptford at 158 pounds. We'll be right back. £170 action. Gordon Lockbaum, 16-1. Brian Trader, a deceptive 18-7-1. We saw these two go at each other in the Group 1 South Jersey final with Lockbaum prevailing 5-0, but we've been talking about the end of Brian Trader's season, and he just looks like he is wrestling with supreme confidence right now. He better against Lockbaum.
I tell you, his momentum, he's getting all this experience, really looks strong, but Lockbaum is really experienced also. Brian's been riding with the emotion, really going strong with the emotion, just that's carrying through all the matches. A lot of heart.
And Trader really looks aggressive tonight. He looks much more aggressive than he did when they wrestled 10 days ago at Paulsboro High School.
Well, I'm sure Trader's attitude is a little better after coming up with the big pin against Emerson, that clinched the Group State title for Paulsboro.
Probably one of the most exciting moments I've had on Channel 5. That pin by Trader.
That came out of nowhere. We were expecting it to go right down to the heavyweight.
Lockbaum has barely worked up a sweat in this tournament. He had a pin in 146 in his first match, and then he pinned Dave Scafidi of Deptford in 133 in his second match. And Trader doesn't have bad record either. He pinned Dave Maiden of Pittman in 303, then Ed Baladonis of Kingsway in overtime in 136. So Trader obviously really had to work against Baladonis. Scafidi winning third place with an 8-3 victory over Billy Fox of Woodbury.
Crowd starting to come alive on this match, Bob. Paulsboro-Glasper rivalry. Trader really doing a fine job shooting. Lockbaum countering really nice.
That was Trader defeating Fox in overtime in the semifinals. I think I misidentified his opponent in that match. 40 seconds to go, scoreless first period, and Trader giving Lockbaum all he can handle. Gordon Lockbaum, of course, one of two defending champions. He won at this weight category a year ago, defeating Kevin DePatry of West Deptford in a memorable 1-0 match. Lockbaum with the takedown has Bryant in a bit of trouble here.
That was a superb high crotch to a fireman's carry. Now he's using a corkscrew, as we call it, when arms are wrapped up around the head. Boy, he looks strong. Looks strong.
4-0, Lockbaum. What an athlete Gordon Lockbaum is. I've said it many times, and I'll tell you, he's one of the outstanding all-around athletes you're ever going to see in this area.
Well, I tell you, I've read about Lockbaum. I go to North Jersey school, and I've read about him his football career, and it's really nice to meet a South Jersey boy up there.
I tell you, some kind of football player going to Holy Cross, of course, all South Jersey football, all South Jersey baseball, and we know what kind of a wrestler he is. 2 seconds to go.
Lockbaum working that forearm half, trying to crank Trader over.
Now this is where Trader gets dangerous when he's losing,
This
right?
is it. This is it. I don't know. He just comes out, moves just come to him like an inspiration.
Lockbaum knows that too. Lockbaum with a 4-0 lead, but you have to be careful against Brian Trader.
This is tough. Gordon just so confident. He's been there before. I'm sure he knows all about Trader. I'm sure he's wrestled him. He's wrestled him once, but I know he's been scouting him.
Trader breaking down Lockbaum. Good move by Gordon, but out of bounds.
Really good move. If he could just hit those just a little, like a foot or two more inside the circle, they would be reversals.
Nick, I don't remember when the gold medals were spread out as well as they are in this tournament. Paulsboro with 3, Gloucester 2, but Deptford, Gateway, Kingsway, and Pittman with 1 each. So that's good balance in terms of the championships so far. Much better than usual.
Yeah, I like that. It just shows that the program's around in a way like when I was there, Paulsboro used to win a good deal of the medals. But now I don't think they're as intimidated. They're just going out and wrestling, they're winning.
A lot of good budding programs in Gloucester County, and we're seeing some of the fruits of labor pay off tonight for some teams other than the ones we seem to be talking about the most, and that's only because Gloucester and Paulsboro are ranked at the top so much. So now it's 5-0 as a penalty point is assessed against Trader.
Well, what happened was Trader was coming on top of Lockbaum, and he was told not to position his hands, his feet the way they were. And what happened was he came right in again on top, and he did the exact same thing, and he was penalized.
This is the same score that Lockbaum beat Trader by, and now the score goes higher. 7-0 now for Lockbaum. He beat him 5-0 in the Group 1 South Jersey finals.
That was a really quick, solid switch by Lockbaum. Really nice. Got his hips out, hipped out, switched for the reversal. Really strong. Looks strong here. Really nice takedown. Excuse me, breakdown. Brought Trader down to the mat gentle. Really looks strong.
1:20 to go, second period, and it's been all Gordon Lockbaum.
Really looks strong.
114.
Lockbaum trying to join teammate Zane and Reineck as champions. Championships already for Paulsboro, achieved in the matches tonight by Miss Stassi, the freshman, by Channing Good, surprisingly at 1:15, and then by Sam Thorpe at 1:29.
Lockbaum working that half Nelson forearm. Really tough ride.
Trader warned for stalling.
Really tough ride. Makes that bottom wrestler really have to work hard to get up.
Lockbaum is a very confident-looking young man, Nick.
Looks really good. Working that half forearm. He has it this time. He has it this time. This is tough. Really tough here. He's got it really tight. It could be over. There it is.
What a job by Gordon Lockbaum. Third Gloucester championship, and Gordon Lockbaum loves it. He does the Brian Trader dance. This time, Bryant victimized. A pin with 22 seconds to go in the second period by Gordon Lockbaum as Gloucester matches Paulsboro's championship total with 3 individual titles.
That was a really solid, confident match by Lockbaum. He had the match, as soon as the whistle blew, he had the match in his hands. Really confident. Brian Trader, shouldn't have anything to be ashamed of. He lost to a really good wrestler, really superior wrestler.
Not a whole lot more for Gordon Lockbaum to accomplish in sports at Gloucester High School.
Well,
second straight district title, all South Jersey, all state, all Delaware Valley football. He's something. So Gloucester acquitting itself well in the finals tonight, Nick. They have matched Paulsboro's win total, and a chance if Delia can knock off Lombardo here. And as you see Joe Delia come out against undefeated Mike Lombardo. Remember, Lombardo now the only undefeated Paulsboro wrestler as Suter went down.
And the way the tournament's been shaping up, who knows what can happen. Undefeated people have been falling, district champs been falling, #1 seeds. But the way Mike's been wrestling in the past few meets, he's been wrestling really confident.
Lombardo with 2 pins in this one, a pin in 2:30 and a pin in 4:51. Delia with a 32-second pin of Brian Carlson of Woodbury in his first match, and then a pin of Jurgen in 4:20 in his second. So they both have 2 pins.
Mike did a fine. Delia was really tight on that single leg. Really tight. Mike Lombardo did a really fine job of cross arm, using his leverage and breaking down and spinning around for the 2-point takedown.
Lombardo leads at 2-0. Good job by John Love of Clearview, winning the consolation at 188. 10-7 over Phil Jurgen of Kingsway.
Oh, really nice move by Lombardo. Working up top with the bar arm. Turned him over with that corkscrew. Has a really tight reverse half Nelson. What Mike has to do, he's got to hip down, he's got to put the chin in his shoulder, and he's got to really crank hard now.
Delia in big trouble. Lombardo applying the pressure, trying to finish him off.
He's got to hip down even further. He's got to chin, he's got to bring it at elbow, Delia's elbow up high with that reverse half Nelson. He's got to get on the toes. Mike has to get on the toes and put all his weight down on that shoulder. Delia doing a fine job of fighting this.
45 seconds to go.
Really doing a fine job. Now what Mike's doing right now, he wants a double grapevine the legs. With the double grapevine the legs, that'll enable the shoulders to go down even more. But I tell you, Delia did a great job.
Oh, what a tremendous effort by Delia. 5-0 on the near fall, but Delia lucky to still be out there.
He did a fabulous job staying off his back. Really gutsy move.
Lombardo having his way with Delia so far. Lombardo 23-0, Delia 16-3-1. Lombardo
there it is. That's strong. That's tough. There's that half Nelson far arm. Gene Mills ride.
5 seconds.
Delia's doing a great job. I don't know if he'll get him in this, but Delia's doing a fine job on his back. Gutsy.
Delia manages to get through the period somehow. 8-0 on another near fall by Lombardo.
Lombardo just all over Delia, but Delia, you know, you come this far, you don't want to go out and lose with a pin. It's easy to get pinned.
So good job by Joe Delia of just remaining alive through the first period, but he trails at 8-0. Lombardo continuing to be extremely impressive. Look how easy.
Switch right off the whistle.
Oh boy. 10-0, I'm telling you, he is awesome.
Crossface.
Another
He's gonna walk around front. Well, Lombardo looks strong, really looks strong.
Lombardo has had about 4 different pinning combinations on Delia so far.
Really looks strong. Again, he's working with that crossface.
13-3 and Lombardo with another pinning combination. 1:20 to go.
Well, he's just so well balanced out there. Just knows exactly where he is with his opponent. Mike really looks strong. He's working with arm bars now. So a half Nelson. Now he's going to double grapevine the legs. This is a tough move. Shouldn't be able to get out of this. No.
They got him.
Yeah, I tell you.
38 seconds to go in the second period. Mike Lombardo with his 3rd consecutive pin in the tournament. He remains undefeated at 24-0, and Paulsboro has its 4th individual title. He is an impressive wrestler, Mike Lombardo.
I tell you, that was very impressive. Very impressive. He went out there and he turned Delia every which way but loose, to use that cliche. Delia, he did a fine job. He went up against a really tough wrestler. Nothing to be ashamed of.
Only 1 match to go. Paul Schultz of Paulsboro, once beaten this season, 22-1 against Wes Burrell of Woodbury. Wes is 18-2-1. This could be a good one.
Shot at a Paulsboro crowd.
Well, they've had another big night. Up at the left of the screen, there's Mr. Lombardo just leaving his seat. I think he's enjoyed this season a little bit.
Well, no reason why he shouldn't. He did a great job. Come a long way.
There we are, Nick.
Look good, don't I?
Yeah, you're the old guy, right?
Yeah, that's it. I'm going around the hair.
Good having you here again, Nick.
It's fun. This is exciting. This is great wrestling.
Schultz with a pin in 4:35 and with a 5-0 victory over Jim Taylor of Pittman in the semis. Wes Burrell of Woodbury with a quick pin in his first match, then an overtime decision over Tony DeLuzio of Gloucester Catholic. So it's one of the old Woodbury-Paulsboro pair-ups here in the final match of the night. Wes Burrell, fine 3-sport athlete. Schultz also an excellent all-around athlete at Paulsboro, and he still has another year.
Having a great season. Great season. He's a heavyweight, but he's not a heavyweight. He's like a 70-pounder. Really strong, gutsy wrestler.
He's given us some thrills this winter, too, with some unexpected performances.
Really strong.
Down to the heavyweight battle. Burrell out of position, and Schultz took advantage of it and has to deposit him to the match now, to the mat.
Yeah, what happened with Burrell, he went for the single. He went for the single. He stayed on the mat a little too long. Schultz, he posted that outside arm. Spun behind him, but wasn't able to bring Burrell down to the mat.
Burrell in for the double. Good move by Burrell. Has a good single.
Really strong double. What Burrell should do right now is should keep Schultz in constant movement, because he's giving Schultz right now a little chance to counter, and there it is.
Good job by Schultz.
Burrell was in that double really nice.
Now Schultz has a single, and he converts it. 2-0 lead for Paul Schultz with 30 seconds to go in the first period.
Well, that really looks strong. Schultz looks like he might be a little injured here.
So Paulsboro has won the District 29 championship for the 13th consecutive year. And Bob Frederick is over talking to the official Bill Steckline. Steckline back on the mat.
Well, I think that what Bob said to the to Bill Steckline was that, you know, maybe Paul might have had an injury prior to this match, and they just want to keep the, you know, make sure they know and keep on top of it in case he might be in a position where he could be, you know, injured even more.
So all the combatants we've seen tonight and the third placers, and we did not see, all will go to Vineland next week for Region 8 competition. Good luck to all of them. End of one, 2-0 lead for Paulsboro's Paul Schultz. Schultz trying to put the finishing touches on another Paulsboro team championship with the 5th individual title for Paulsboro. Paulsboro sending 8 into the finals. They qualified 11 out of 12 from the preliminaries last night.
Borelli trying to do a switch. Schultz doing a fine job of counting, but just stepping into it. Now he has the reverse half now. There it is. Has Borelli on his back. Really tough position right now. Schultz if he's able to tighten up on this, but he got parallel.
Good job by Burrell, gets out of it, but it's 5-0 Schultz on the near fall, and Burrell looks like he is in some pain on the bottom.
Schultz using that far arm, near arm bar, turning Burrell over. So now right here, what Schultz has to do, he has to get perpendicular with Burrell. There it is, right there. Right there, it's over.
Oh boy.
Paul Schultz had a great career, after having a fine wrestling career at Paulsboro High School.
That'll do it. Paul Schultz adds another title to the Paulsboro bounty. They win 5 titles overall, easily roll for their 13th consecutive District 29 championship. Great wrestling from Gloucester County College. After these words, we'll be back and wrap it up for you. Bob Shryock with Nick Burzichelli back at Gloucester County College. The fans milling around. It's all over now, Nick. And boy, I tell you, there were some exciting matches. There was some great wrestling here at Gloucester County College tonight. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did.
Oh, I had a great time. I'm glad you called me up to do this show. It was very exciting. There's been upsets. I tell you, I've never seen a district final this exciting before.
There's Paul Schultz getting his first place award. 101 pounds tonight. The freshman Wayne Murchell from Pittman winning, defeating his friend Bobby Moore, and Murchell looks like that might not be his last district title.
Little Wayne Murchell really looks strong, solid, really controlled, and I'm sure, you know, they'll meet again.
And speaking of guys we expect to repeat, how about Kevin Nastasi, Paulsboro at 108? He was most impressive. I think we'll see him back here again.
Absolutely, he's really dominating.
Yeah. I guess one of the big surprises of the night certainly was at 115, where Channing Good of Paulsboro wasn't even seeded, knocked off the top seed Brian Sambuca.
Channing Good just had a great tournament. There's nothing we can say about that. He just upset Sambuca in the finals. Great tournament.
Top seed at 122 won Joe Reinick. Glasgow had a fine night in the finals. They won 3 titles, and Reinick did a good job defeating Alan Buckley, who was a formidable opponent.
Well, Reinick, he had a really solid match. He controlled Buckley the whole match. It was a really solid match.
I know you know Sam Thorpe pretty well, Nick, and I guess you feel pretty good for him. Sam waited a long time to get his first district title, and he beat a good battler, George Zuzalak, to win at 129.
Sammy had a really nice match. Again, he was so tough on his feet that he just dominated on his feet.
135, we talked about how loaded the 135-pound weight category was, and Bobby Brown, the number 1 seed, didn't even qualify for Vineland. Milt Ferrer of Glassboro was beaten by Barnes of Woodbury 12-3 in the semis, and the winner was Chucky Zeisloff of Gateway. Pinned Mike Barnes after Barnes really came out after him.
I tell you, that Zeisloff, that was a really nice match. Barnes came out just a little too psyched, made a lot of mistakes. Zeisloff capitalized.
141, maybe the match of the night in terms of surprise. What can we say about Louis Tirado that we haven't already said in his match with previously undefeated Jason Suter?
I tell you, Lou had a taste of this last year. He's been in the finals. He wanted it, and he proved it today.
George Zane of Gloucester at 148. Very workmanlike effort. He really made it look easy against John Frederick.
Controlled the whole match. Fredericks was just a little bit outmatched in that match.
Thetford's program coming back a little bit, Nick, and I think one reason for it is the great job Mike Willingham has done for them, and he had a big victory at 158 pounds over Tom Gillette of Glassboro.
Well, another one of the upsets of the tournaments. He really was strong. He went up and he beat Bill, the top-seeded wrestler.
Gordon Lockbaum had to beat a real buzzsaw in Brian Trader, and he beat him rather easily. Built up a big lead and then pinned him. Lockbaum looked as good as anybody I thought we saw.
He really looked strong. He didn't let himself get caught up in the atmosphere of the tournament. He went out, he did his job, and he just proved he was a good wrestler.
And as they've done all season long, the 188 and heavyweights for Paulsboro just seem to wipe up their opponents so quickly. You're ready to head to the exit before it's all over. But anyway, Lombardo with a quick pin over Joe Delia at 188, and then Schultz pinning Wes Burrell at the top weight. Paulsboro's two top guys this year really had a season.
It's kind of surprising because the years that I've been at Paulsboro and the years previous that, we've never had a heavyweight or an 88-pounder. We've never had to count on the upper weight classes, and it's a good change.
Okay, so Paulsboro winning for the 13th consecutive year in the District 29 tournament. All of the winners you saw tonight, all of the runners-up you saw tonight, and all of the consolation victors have their lot to go yet this season. They go to Vineland on Wednesday night for the preliminary rounds in Region 8 competition. Then next Friday and Saturday nights also at Vineland, they'll be in action. Our best wishes from Channel 5 to all of those fine young athletes. For Nick Burzichelli, this is Bob Shryock from Gloucester County College. Thank you for watching the tremendous District 29 Wrestling Finals.